Ginger Media TV.
Thank you very much. I appreciate always being with you. And I thank everybody that has tuned in to watch this.
Today, again, we are here and we will be discussing the Nigerian Old New National Anthem. Recently, the federal government of Nigeria, that is the executive and the National Assembly, quickly, within a week or thereabouts, rushed to approve the Old New National Anthem. And now it has generated a lot of debate. Some are now calling that if we are able to do that within a short period of time, that means we could do a lot. What's your take on the whole debate?
Well, the debate is actually what makes a democracy. Democracy is a system of government that thrives on dialogue, debate, and compromise. So debate is part of the beauty of democracy. And that is also part of the beauty of the first national anthem that recognize that we may differ even in our debates, that we have differences. That tongue in the old national anthem does not simply mean we are multilingual. It still means that we have different ways of expressing ourselves. But even with the difference in manner of expression, is saying whatever we do, we must ensure it does not affect our brotherhood. And that brings me to the reason why I have preference for the old national anthem to the new one. But like everything this government does, before going into the nitty-gritties of the plus and minus, even the Attorney General of Federation advised them they should pipe down first and ensure wider consultation and participation in order to get a better outcome. If this government had widely consulted, they would have gotten a synthesis, a new thing. For instance, I prefer the first stanza of the old anthem and prefer the second stanza of the new item.
Sorry, so that we don't confuse our viewers. When we
Good.
say old item, do
We're
we
talking
mean
about
Nigeria we held it?
yes.
Okay.
We're talking about the first. Okay, let's say the first anthem,
Okay.
which is the independence anthem, meaning Nigeria we healthy. So when I say the old, that is what I mean. The new, I think it is it's still the, I can understand the confusion because Nigeria we healthy is now the old and the new anthem. Just like everything about this government, confusing people everywhere. Now, they resorted to the old national anthem. Let me make it clear. They achieved nothing. It is not their achievement. So Nigerians should stop rating these anthems based on the incursion of this government. They did not write it. They were there, two of them. So they simply said, being led by the legislature, we have two anthems. Let us take the first one. Remember, the first cut is always the deepest. But let me tell you why I have a preference for the first national anthem. First of all, that anthem started with Nigeria. The first thing you will mention in that item is Nigeria, showing dedication to country. And the next thing you're talking about is the people. So what constitutes a country is the people and the country. Contrast this with the second anthem, which started with
Arise, O compatriots.
And talking about leaders and trying to make heroes out of leaders that are villains. We do not have a hero as a leader in Nigeria, and you can quote me. We have made heroes in sports, in entertainment, and they made this heroism through their sweat without governmental support. So which level of your heroes that you're saying should not be in vain?
The heroes passed. So are you considering that
Yes.
Dr. Nanda Azikiwe, Sir Amadu Bello, and Awolowo, Chief Obafemi Awolowo, are they not heroes? If we look at Pa Enahoro, Herbert Macaulay, are these people, are they not heroes?
I don't want to go into specifics.
Okay.
My words are very clear. We have not had any hero as a leader in Nigeria. You're still talking about the same leaders that brutally rigged the election in the Southwest in the First Republic, that brought about the violence,
The Operation Wait here,
which brought about the military coup, which led us to the Civil War, that decimated more than 1 million persons. Did you think you could make heroes out of these events? No. From 1978, after we changed our first anthem, we started going down till date. So which level? Is it the level that took us to the first military coup, to the Nigerian Civil War, to destroying our economy through non-investment and reinvestment of our oil revenue? Gowon said, it is not money that is our problem, it's how to spend it. And they actually spent it on projects that were not channeled towards productivity. And now we have frittered away our resources, impoverished our people, degraded and deprived them of basic necessities of security, welfare, made them poor. And then you're saying levels of our heroes past. Is it the level that brought us to this level that you're making heroes of? Please, somebody should excuse me of that national anthem. You're saying, arise, O compatriots. You call your countrymen patriots when they were not patriotic. If there is one thing I've not found in the life of a Nigerian, which is what we are struggling to instill, is patriotism. If we had patriotism, we wouldn't be where we are. If the past leaders had labored for us, we wouldn't be where we are. So making heroes out of them is perpetuating their incompetence and corruption. Excuse me, this second anthem called us compatriots. The first one called us brothers. I would certainly prefer the anthem that said, Aisha is my sister, irrespective of the fact that she belongs to another state, another tribe, from Kenneth Okonkwo, who is Igbo. He reminds me that whenever I see Aisha, I should tell her my sister. And no matter the difference we have, just like we are differing now, even in the anthem, that we should not allow it to affect our brotherhood. Now, let me tell you about the first anthem, Nigeria We Healthy. Like I said, it started with Nigeria. So the emphasis was on the country. And it started with telling you that the first thing that should be in your mind is hailing your country. In other words, country first. These leaders, crop of incompetent and corrupt leaders, have tried to make us believe that Nigeria is last, that it is their own tribe that should be first. But the first national anthem made us to know that Nigeria should be first before any of the regional groups. Nigeria We Healthy. Then look at the next one, which is superb. Our own, their native land.
Mm-hmm.
Taking ownership of your country, what can be better than that?
But some have argued that that word native land is somewhat derogatory.
Ignorance.
Yeah. Okay.
What is the meaning of native? Native simply means a person born in a particular place.
Location, yeah.
Native simply means a person that is connected with a place by virtue of birth. My Lord and my Savior Jesus Christ was born in Bethlehem. A church was established in the place. What is the name of that church? The Church of Nativity. What is derogatory with that? is simply telling you that Bethlehem is where Jesus was born. Jesus is connected to Bethlehem by virtue of birth. Nativity should invoke sense of pride. When the whites came to Nigeria, they used the word natives for us to show that we are the indigenous people, not that it was derogatory. That they are foreigners, but we are the indigenous people. That's why they called us natives. Some people are saying it's used derogatory. No, it is your own inferiority complex that is making you to feel that the man that came to your village and calling you Nwa, your village, then you're saying is derogative to you. That means you have complex. I am a native of Nigeria. I take ownership of my country. He said, our own dear native land. Nigeria is the land of my birth. And that is why I like this music. For this is the land of my birth.
Yeah.
For this is the land of my birth. For this is Nigerian land. Nigeria, the land of my birth. That is nativity. I am a native man. Yes. If you like, say you're using it derogatory. I don't have complex. I love my nativity. Nigeria is my native land and I take ownership. That's the second sentence. Then the third sentence, though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. I've also said that the word tribe is derogatory. How? Tribe is an English word. It simply means a social division in a traditional society made up of families and communities linked by social, economic, and blood ties with common culture and dialect, typically having maybe a recognized leader. Please, how does this become derogatory? We are a multi-ethnic, multi-religious, multilingual society. Oh yes, a tribe is a society linked by social, economic, religious, or blood ties. That is what it means. I cannot deny the fact that we are multi-ethnic, but look at the beauty of it. The anthem did not even use tribe as anything promoting tribe. It's simply telling us we must recognize that though we are diverse, but we must relate as brothers. You can't find it better. We must recognize our diversity as our strength and use it in brotherhood. Let me tell you, if we should implement that anthem, this government will be gone in a day. If we should remove our religious differences, ethnic differences, lingual differences, and act as brothers, we will be able to throw away any government that is not behaving well. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. That tongue there does not necessarily mean being multilingual. It's also a recognition that we express ourselves differently. Our tongue and manner of expression might be different, but the anthem is telling us no matter the difference, we must not allow it to affect our brotherhood. You can't get it better. I do not support anything I cannot defend. I had been connected with this first anthem from childhood. That's why I never forgot the lyrics. Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigeria's all are proud to serve our sovereign motherland. Now, that takes me to the last sentence. We are proud to serve. That anthem is calling for selfless service from the leaders. And we must be proud of our sovereignty. We must defend our sovereignty with whatever we have. I want to tell you one thing. That anthem is cute, is short, it is recitable, It is soulful. It is very, very sonorous. It's beautiful. I prefer it in all ramifications. Compare it with Arise, O Compatriots. What are you arising? Who are you calling compatriots? Nigeria call obey, meaning you're telling us we are disobedient people. That is why you're calling us to obey, because you are assuming we are disobedient people. Then to serve our fatherland in love and strength, the labor of our heroes pass. Which labor?
Shall never be in vain.
It is already, may that kind of labor pass me by. The labor that will bring civil war to us, bring military coups, bring the desecration and destruction of our economy, bring all these bad things. May that labor pass me by. If that is the labor you want, I wish them to you. The labor that we are producing oil and we cannot have oil. This is the labor of the villains past, not heroes past. We have made heroes in entertainment, in sports, and these heroes, even to pay them the allowance when they go on competitions, these incompetent governments will not pay them. When they will pay bogus extra codes to taking them to journey infertility to Dubai, to these 1,000 persons, they will pay them. But even these, our main heroes in sports and entertainment, these leaders that you want to make heroes of, we will not even pay them. We don't have leaders who are heroes. So let their labor pass me by with emergency and let it not be associated with me. I would rather call on Nigerians to serve their fatherland selflessly in brotherhood, so that our sovereign motherland will yield us the blessings that God made for us. Please continue arising with whoever you call your compatriots. Don't call me in it, because I've not found any leader and even followers that are patriotic to Nigeria. Let their labor, this their vain labor, let it pass me by. So please, you're saying the arise your compatriots, Nigeria, the labor of our heroes fast shall not be in vain. With Satosa, without a might, the one nation bound in freedom. So we are not free.
We are not free now.
That's what it means. We are slaves, bound in freedom. No, we are bound in brotherhood. That is, I prefer it. So please, in all honesty, I prefer the first national anthem. But let me tell you one thing. This government, for being bereft of consultation, if they had consulted widely, the second stanza is not really an anthem, it's a prayer. There is nothing wrong in incorporating the O God of our creation, direct our noble cause, to the Nigeria we held it. If they had consulted widely, my suggestion would have been, we have our national anthem, which we will sing. You know, you don't sing the two when you are actually, it's the national anthem. And we incorporate our prayer, national prayer. We'll call the other one national anthem and call this other one national prayer. O God of our creation, you know, direct our noble cause. There's nothing wrong. You would have gotten a new thing, synthesis. So it's not late yet. We'll have our national anthem, what I advise, and have our national prayer.
But that would be, you know, for the government not to look silly and stupid.
Yes.
You know, don't you think they would do nothing of such? Because one would have thought that you know, the national prayer, national anthem, the old, new, everything would have been merged together.
Sure.
I would have actually also, you know, gone further to say Nigeria again missed an opportunity to unify Nigerians, because assuming they threw this up to say, out of these three, let us have a national competition. In our creative minds, how can we bring these three together to give us one single national anthem using the words contained therein, considering our realities of today, knowing where we are headed in order to build a prosperous nation? Don't you think that would have probably been a better way to go?
You cannot lose by consultation and participation. Good governance requires participation, inclusivity of people. This government doesn't have it. First subsidy is gone. The man did not even consult his wife after being president, because they've just finished swearing him in and he started making policy. He doesn't even have a cabinet. So I said the Attorney General said, please consult more so that when people participate, you will get a better thing.
And they have
They
a
rushed
sense of
it.
ownership too.
Yes. Now, in a day, like every other thing they do that they want, it is only when it comes to national wage that they will take 1 year and they will tell you, you need to consult. No, labor needs to consult. But when it comes to their own issue, in a day, they've done it before. They bulldozed their way in the student loan scheme only to come back to say, now the cyber security levy, when they went and did the amendment that wanted to punish Nigerians to pay more, nobody knew about it.
Mm.
So that is one thing. But there is one important thing people always miss. Some people are against the Nigeria we held it because they are saying it was composed by the British. That is a very flat argument. I'm sorry to say. And it's annoying me when they are making that objection in English language. It's annoying me. Why don't you, first of all, throw away the English language? So anything that is not made by a Nigerian is not good for us. And when they were saying that they are wearing a dress, probably imported, wearing shoes, probably from Italy, wearing beautiful hats, and yet they are not seeing that whatever is good, no matter where it comes from, should be applauded. I want to tell you something. You cannot rule it out of our history that at one time we mixed up with foreign people, and you cannot throw away the baby,
The bathwater.
the bathwater. I tell you something. My policy going forward, result is what I want. Any good thing that is coming from anywhere, if a Briton can come to Nigeria, and God assures us that this is the man that will change our system, if the constitution allows it, I will vote for him. Are we not tired of suffering? When Goodluck Jonathan was in power, he was having security challenges. We couldn't have election at the actual date. We postponed election by 6 weeks. He went and hired the best hands from around the world, got mercenaries. Within 6 weeks, they wiped out all the security challenges in Nigeria, and we were able to have election in all the parts of Nigeria. I am no longer willing to say I will not receive anything good that will give us positive result from anywhere in the world, even if it's coming from the moon, if it is something good. If a Briton composed a beautiful anthem for us, so be it. Nigeria,
It was actually a
we held
competition.
it.
It was actually a competition.
Absolutely.
She won.
And she won. Like what you are suggesting now. That look, why didn't we throw it open for people to compete? Even our national flag was designed in that manner.
Yeah.
So you are now telling me that because this person is not in Nigeria. No, you are the tribalist. You are the man that is an ethnic bigot. You are rejecting something good just because you're saying it's not a man of your tribe. If you that is talking this, if you're a Yoruba man, even if an Igbo man had designed it, you will still reject him because you will say it's not from your tribe. You are the tribesman. I will accept anything good from anybody, no matter where it's coming from, provided it's going to add something positive to Nigeria. I hail Nigerians. I love my country, Nigeria, and I take ownership of my country. And I'm going to provide selfless service for my country and defend the sovereignty of this nation. And in any case where I disagree with anybody who is a Nigerian, who is not from my tribe, in any way we express ourselves differently, I will ensure that it does not affect our brotherhood. We should do everything in brotherliness, in love, and in unity. That's the whole essence of the national anthem, and I support Nigeria We Healthy.
We begin here in Nigeria, where trade unions have suspended for a week a general strike by public sector workers, which has brought economic activity in the country to a halt. The decision comes after the federal government improved its offer for an increased minimum wage. It's not clear yet how much the government is prepared to offer, but it said it'll be over 60,000 naira or $42 a month, which still falls far short of the 494,000 naira or $341 the unions have been demanding. But analysts say the decision to suspend the strike will at least lessen the pressure on the public, with hospitals and schools set to reopen and domestic flights resuming operations. Millions across Nigeria are still without power after a nationwide blackout on Monday following the strike. The government is scheduled to meet union leaders every day for a week as they work towards a permanent resolution. Nigerians have been reacting to the decision to suspend the strike.
I feel that the labor unions should do more than this for the staff. Everybody is disappointed right now because the strike just started, and then the conditions, to me, I feel that they are not met. What government should do is they should look at the conditions that these unions are given. Now, if they cannot afford to pay the 400 and something thousand, they should bring it to at least a reasonable amount of money. If they are considering the private sectors, it is understandable, but let it be at least something slightly above what they are offering, 60,000. Now, what is the cost of prices, or what's the prices of things, goods in the market? Fuel should come down. They should regulate the cost of food stuff and every other thing. And so when they are offering you 100,000 naira or 150,000 naira, you know that at least you are earning a substantial amount of money.
They shouldn't have called off. They should have remained resolute and continue the strike. We have the kind of government who doesn't listen until when there's things like strike. So if we're Labour, I would want to continue the strike until when the government do what they are supposed to do. So Labour eventually has become a dog that cannot bite. Yes, because you can't start something. Why did you start the strike in the first instance if you know midway you are going to call off the strike when the government has not even given you anything? Why didn't you continue with the negotiation? You understand what I'm trying to say? Why didn't you continue? Why calling for strike when you know that 2-3 days you will call off and go to negotiation? You'd have just continued with your negotiation and there shouldn't be any strike.
Well, it's actually a sign of relief to some extent, but we hear that they have not actually fully resolved the issue. So going forward, we hope that since they have accepted to call off the strike, going forward, they might be able to resolve and then suspend the strike indefinitely.
I would say it is timely in the sense that incessant strike is not, it doesn't augur well for development, even for the government and the citizenry. So calling off the strike, I think is the ideal thing. But I pray that this calling off the strike will augur well for the civil servant and even the government.
Where trade unions have suspended for a week a general strike by public sector workers, which has brought economic activity to a halt in Nigeria. And you heard from a cross-section of Nigerians on the streets there reacting to that suspension, and the correspondent, of course, who was out there talking to them and gauging the mood of the country is Arise correspondent Ponariman Benjamin. And she also covers the labor unions, and she joins me now in the studio. Good to see you again. So just tell us why the strike has been called off.
Well, we can't really say exactly why it was called off, but we do know that yesterday, the secretary to the government of the Federation called the labor unions for a meeting. And that meeting was from 7 p.m. until 11 p.m. So it was a long meeting. So from that meeting, we knew that something was going to happen. It's either the strike will be called off or the strike will continue. But so everybody was optimistic, waiting to see the outcome of that meeting. So today at about noon, maybe 1 p.m., I got a message from the labor correspondent WhatsApp group that the strike has been called off. And at that point, there were no specific reasons for them to have called it off, but they said that after the National Executive Council meeting of Labour, they decided to suspend the strike for 1 week, after which they returned to the negotiating table with government to see whether they can agree on a particular amount on minimum wage.
Right. So what about what you've observed out on the streets? Are things back to normal yet after the strike was called off?
Okay, because the strike was called off was suspended at about 1 p.m. So when we got on the street, we realized that the street was still as empty as it was the previous day, because people just got the information. In fact, while I was trying to get some interviews, most of them were asking, "Oh, has it been called off or has it been suspended?" They hadn't gotten the news yet. But when I told them, it was with mixed reactions. Some were excited that, oh yeah, that power will return and then flights will start operating, and and all of those economic challenges that comes with strike. But some were not happy, and their reasons are very clear. They wanted Labour to push harder, at least to agree to a certain figure with government before suspending, the strike. And some are feeling that after they suspend the strike, government may not listen to them as much as they would have listened when the strike is ongoing. So a lot of people gave their views. Some were not happy while others were excited.
But I mean, things like, the electricity grid that was switched off, is it back on? The flights that were disrupted, are things sort of returning to normal in that regard?
Well, I'll say that for the grid, the power grid, we haven't gotten a statement yet to say, okay, we're back with power. I said the last time I checked, there's still no power. And the airlines, I'm not sure if they have started working, because of course, the suspension was at about 1 p.m. So it will be difficult.
It takes time for things to kickstart again.
Exactly. So
and you, of course, cover the unions. What's the mood at their offices? Are they optimistic that they'll be able to close the gap between their demand and what the government is prepared to pay?
They are very optimistic, and they also feel that they have what it takes to push government forward, to push government and ensure that government gives them exactly what they want. Even though we know that the minister has said yesterday that it will be very difficult looking at the economic challenges that we are currently facing, with 1.2 million workers and then paying 494,000 naira as against 60,000 that government is proposing. It will be very difficult. They will have to pay so much, and government is saying if they pay that 9.5 trillion naira, the economy will go down, and it's something they have to keep paying annually, and it's really going to take a toll on the economy.
But of course, as you said, the strike is only suspended, not called off. So are they likely to make good on their threat to continue their walkout if a suitable agreement isn't reached?
I feel that after today, because they're already having meetings, they will continue to have these meetings every day to see that they come to an agreement. I feel that if government meets these demands, it may not necessarily be exactly what they want, but if government gets to a point where Labour is satisfied, a reasonable point,
right, in their assessment,
their assessment, then they won't continue with the strike.
Okay.
To be completely called off. For now, it's just suspended.
Well, thank you very much indeed. Punariman Benjamin is Arise correspondent. She's been covering the Labour.
Mr. Obiboeze, welcome. Thanks for stopping by.
You're welcome.
Greetings to you.
Good evening. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I was with you guys yesterday. You
Oh,
see,
okay.
I said it yesterday. I put it at the comment section. They're not gonna succeed. You know, one thing I know that Labour is not gonna succeed is because, um, you see, like in this country I am, when Labour is doing things, they carry the people along. Because when you say Labour, that is the society, that is the workers, and you can't tell me everybody in Nigeria works. Apart from students, even some students works. Okay, so if they're gonna succeed, they have to continue to mobilize people, explain to people, not even necessarily when they are in strike. They have to continue to organize workshops at workplaces, telling them their rights, so that when things like this happen, you know when you call them out, they will understand why you call them out. But you see, all these big men, they are elites. They just, discuss among themselves, say what they want. That's what we're suffering. Imagine, I tell you why this failed. You see, when you watch television, you see all these elites, economists, everybody come to tell you how their action is punishing the rest of Nigerians. And that you cannot hear that if you are a leader of labor and you don't think twice. So, but if they've been doing their groundwork, that everybody in the society understand them, yes, it's going to be tough. But, within a short time or a long period of time, we're going to settle. Everybody is going to enjoy that labor. So I'm so sad. I'm so, from the one I know is they're not gonna push forward. They just want to do this. Okay, you've seen, you tried this, it's working. Why do you call it off? Some people you called to talk with you, they bluffed you. And they're coming back now to speak with you. Does that make any sense?
Nope.
It doesn't make any sense. And that's why people are saying Labour is not serious. They're not going to achieve anything. They're not going to achieve anything under this leadership or even any leadership we put there. Because they eat together. So immediately they start to bully them. Immediately they start to emotionally tormenting them. They give up. They come on TV to pretend, oh, we are saying this because of Nigerians. Where are they? Look at what is happening to the banks. Where are they? The same people that are telling us that, if you do this, you are punishing Nigerians. The government now took over the banks. What are they doing to alleviate the sufferings of the people? Nothing. I tell you, people who owns money in that bank, in the next 10 years, they never get their money back. Because this
Heritage
government
Bank.
will.
You're talking about Heritage Bank, right?
Yeah.
All the
Yeah.
banks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Heritage Bank. It's a shame.
Because if
ahead.
all these people who are saying, oh, the labor is punishing the masses, where are they in this case now? Where are they? You say Nigeria is a gangster country. I don't know. I don't know how we arrive at this place. I'm telling you seriously. I don't know how we arrive at this place because there's nothing. There's nothing you can do right now without seeing the same people that are suffering on this thing without tackling you. Sometimes when I talk with Nigerians, I wonder if the same thing I'm seeing. I'm not even there. These are people who are on ground. You talk to them, it's like, are you stupid? That's how they react to me. Sometimes I get angry, say, you know what? Eat the food you cooked. But how can I? In the next moment again, I get angry again. Why is this happening to my people?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's not something you can shake off. Here's my problem with these NLC people. They are so small-minded and short-sighted. They are clearly, whether it's ignorance, I want to call it, I don't know. Just think, look at what the NAS people are making. Look at their allowances. That is what that should have been part of their demand. I hear you saying that they should have put out a notice, get private people involved. I think the private teachers did not join, the private school teachers. So they were asking them why they did not join. I didn't even bother to read the article. They had their reasons for not joining the protest, because I think they didn't know on time, or they didn't, the information was not provided on. I don't know. Let me not say what I don't know. But basically, these people are making armed rob, as in, only if you steal, that's when you'll be able to make that kind of money. And then to also to add to it, right? The basic salary, Nigerian lawmakers make the highest in the world. In the world. Okay? Outside of that, there's a breakdown that I'm trying to pull up right now of their salaries, which is what I think that these people should have had in front of them. You have 15 items that are listed here for senators' earnings. Their basic salary is 2.4 million. Let me pull it up here so we can look at it together. Yeah? 2.4 million. You are not pissed at that. Is that not enough for you to say, no, this thing, we're not ending it soon? Basic salary is 2.4 million right here, 2.5. Let me just say 2.5. Hardship
You see,
allowance, 50% of basic salary. Please, if you're a salary earner in Nigeria, have you ever received hardship allowance? What is the meaning? What makes up hardship allowance? And by the way, these are people who don't even have any education. Either they stole their certificates, or they forged it, or they lied and lied and lied. Constituency
yeah,
allowance, 300% of basic salary. Please, which consistent how much constituency, English, how much consistency they get when they go see 4.9, who will say 5 million? Furniture allowance, 300% of basic salary, 7.4 million. Newspaper allowance, abeg, who dey read newspaper again? Na beg I dey beg una, who dey read am? Social media now, everybody na electronic. If you want to read any newspaper, you type the newspaper, you read wetin dem wan, you wan read for the day. Who dey buy newspaper? 600, if to say dem even say basic salary, let's make it 621 million. Out of all the money wey dem don thief, I go even make e go make sense. Recess allowance, are they babies? Are they babies? What is the purpose of the recess allowance? What is the purpose? 20% of basic salary. Please, somebody should explain to me what all these allowances are outside of the basic salary. Accommodation. Please, have you ever worked in Nigeria and they give you accommodation allowance? 30% of basic
you,
salary. 4 point
you see,
freaking 9.
you see, all these things you are reading out, yeah? You know the problem I have with all this you are reading out? When all these people who call themselves economists, who come to our television to tell us that this salaries these people are demanding is not viable, right? It's not sustainable, right? Have you had anybody ask them this question? How about these legislators? How about them? Have you heard that? This is why I know that Nigeria is a gangster country. You cannot hear the journalists say, hey, you're saying this. How about these people? Are they not Nigerians as well? How do they know that they have hardship and they keep adding money for them? And the real workers who are productive don't deserve that. I don't know if you understand where I'm coming from.
I understand what
That's,
you're saying.
those are the things that gets me mad. Those are the things that gets me mad. You know, I don't. Sometimes I wonder if the schools we are going, we just pretending. Yeah, man. We just pretending because You cannot say all these things, right? You cannot say all these things. And I don't know if you watched them on television yesterday. Yesterday was so much. Many of them come on television to analyze why they think the what Labour is doing is useless. That's how they see it. And if you
I
look
heard
at
some
them,
of them. I heard there was one particular guy that came up. One particular guy, I don't know, he's a very annoying guy. He looks like somebody who's high or something. He'd be like, because when they talk, he'd be like, who just drink something? Who just drink ogogoro before he sit
yeah,
down? He now said, using propaganda, that they are part of the people, they are part of Labour Party. They are aggrieved because their candidate did not win. I just shake my head. I said, if
you see,
Nigerians do not do something, I
but,
expected these
but,
Labour Party people to really
but,
put
but
pressure. Like
you see all those
they
things,
didn't
right?
even last past 24 hours. Go ahead,
If
sorry.
you see all those things, right? It doesn't shake me because the real thing is if they understand this media, if they understand that these people are being sentimental with the truth, right? Or economical with the truth, when they come there, you ask them questions that we make them sad. Some of them will stop coming. But when they
Exactly.
come, they start incorporating with them. Oh yeah, we know that is not sustainable. Even arise and listen to them. Oh, it's not sustainable. Oh, this, that. In the other hand, again, they pretend they are with the people. When they put all these people, right, on that chair, you ask them questions that they cannot answer. You see, some of them will stop coming. Because when they ask them questions, they cannot answer. They start warning you, telling you that they are other than you. We've seen it with Rufai. When he asked them those kind of questions, the next thing you see them, they're warning him that we are other than you. You shouldn't be talking to us in that manner. I mean, uh, uh, well, like I said to you guys are very, very strong. And I give you kudos. Every night you are here, you're giving it everything you got. But look at the people we're fighting for. Look at the people we're fighting for. They just call off the strike. And listen, if the private sectors didn't join them, right, it will succeed. Even if privates don't join them, it will succeed. You know why it will succeed? The governments are losing billions. They're losing money. They cannot pretend. They cannot pretend. The only thing you can do that nobody is going to lose their life, except maybe sickness or something like that, is to go on strike. We know it's going to be hard, but within a short time, the government will face reality. You know, I watched one labor man. He came, he analyzed the whole thing. He said, listen, if government wants, let them come. I think he's an economist. He said, you are not producing, you floated the naira. Why?
Mr. Obianeri, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the
You
man
know,
is always
he,
speaking. I always listen
he
to that
is
man.
very,
I
very
like him.
intelligent. He said,
Yeah.
if they want everything to work, they should come to him. He will advise them and everything will be working. And listen, it's not a lie. People who can look at this economy and say, look, don't do this, do that, do that. This economy will start growing again. What happened during Jonathan? Did he have magic? He saw those respect. You put those respect, you see the economy growing by itself. The man even said that he had this president that he is gonna make sure he reduces the Nigerian purchasing power. And that is what he did. Because when you stop people, when you give people little money, they can buy something. When you come buy, the economy is not growing. I mean, let us face reality. Let us face reality because we are not telling ourselves the truth. Oh
Meanwhile,
my God.
yes, Wike is asked all the permanent secretaries to bow before
I,
President
I,
Bat.
you see me. You see me. I don't even care about those people. I don't care about those people anymore.
Hell, you will see the mumus. They will actually be doing that. Yeah, is this one not worse? Pass. Ah, God, I beg you. I don't know. I mean, sometimes when I think about it, I'm like, you cannot give Nigeria is not. I can't just give up on it. I don't know. I don't know why. I've never been political, but I just can't give up on that country. The children when they grew up for that country, I don't know. Eh? We hear wetin this man want talk.
It has been said that the national anthem has been changed. The old one has been brought in as the new one. Then the new one has been regarded as the old one. One thing about this thing is that, you see, I've always told you people about Tinubu's administration. What I understand about the change is not about the change per se, or that there is one particular reason for bringing it. It's all about personal vendetta. Tinubu and Obasanjo have been having a running battle over the years. They don't agree. So anything that Obasanjo did, Tinubu has always found a way to rubbish that thing. Remember when he was the governor, Tinubu, Obasanjo seized his local government fund, about 14 billion. And now that Tinubu has got into office, he now sees anything Obasanjo did as a way to get at him. If not, there is no single other reason for removing that national anthem. Because it was Obasanjo that brought the new one into effect in 1978, before he left office as the military head of state. The question Nigerians should be asking Tinubu, both the old and the new anthem, what is wrong with them? Tell us that overriding reason, if not for this personal vendetta. And this thing has been going on among the people from the Southwest. It has been there over the years. People are not reading meaning into all these things. Look at it yourself. It was the Southwesterner, Wole Soyinka, that stopped Obasanjo from becoming the United Nations Secretary General. The man was almost, in fact, he has almost gotten the job until Wole Soyinka mounted a campaign all over the world against Obasanjo, and that truncated it. Well, I wonder what should have been the president of this country in 1979. Who truncated it? People from the Southwest. You know all of them. People should remember that Wole Soyinka has always criticized every governor that came in, both military and civilian, including Obasanjo. But ask yourself, why is Wole Soyinka in bed with Tinubu now? Does any of you know what is behind it? All of a sudden, Wole Soyinka is now supporting every evil concerning APC. You ask yourself, what is the reason? It is because of this same hatred I told you about. It's not about old age. People say senility. No, Wole Soyinka know what he's doing. There has been that age-long relationship with Tinubu and Wole Soyinka over the years. In fact, at a point, it was reported that Tinubu gave him money. And so because of that, his conscience has been bought. His conscience has been bought. That is the man you regard as Nobel laureate. Who's supposed to be the conscience of this nation today? His conscience has been bought. So everything Tinubu does now is okay. The way Tinubu came into office is okay for him. Let such a thing happen anywhere else. You see Wole Soyinka. So this is what I'm telling you. Go back to history. The reason why these people have not agreed among themselves, it was a cause rendered by Alaafin Aroye. When they betrayed him, he said that they will never agree. The man, while the man was raising the cause, he spread his two hands like this. Through one evil corner, I was spreading it all over the place. He said, as this thing they scatter, and so they go scatter. They will never agree. And as he was saying, he was marking a calabash. And he said that this calabash they scatter, and so they go scatter. They will never agree among themselves. They will always quarrel and fight among themselves. Go back to his since that country now. Have they agreed? Have they agreed? The most deadly ethnic and intra-ethnic war was fought in this Southwest among themselves. I'm talking of a war that like over 1,006 intra-ethnic war. 1,006 fought in a particular region, the same ethnic group, from Kirigi War to Jabu and the Eba War. Go and check. These are the same people that are telling you that they know this. It's not because we have not been given an opportunity to go into their history. Then Nigeria will know where the problem is coming from. Each time we want to get to somewhere, it is this time that will truncate it. Remember, Ojukwu and the one who went to Aburi to sign an accord. Accord would have saved up from that civil war. an accord, Abuja Accord. They have already signed. When Gowon came back, it was people from the Southwest who told Gowon, don't agree with this accord. No, Ojukwu has played you. He has used the process to play you. Don't agree. And because of that, Gowon the next. And Ojukwu said on Abuja stand. That was what caused the war. That Abuja Accord would have said that. And go and look at that Abuja Accord. Is what we are going back to today. It's the same thing we are fighting for today, the same restructuring, the same regional autonomy. That's what Ojukwu and Gowon agreed in Naburi. When he came back here, the people from the Southwest, the civil, they truncated it. They truncated it. Unfortunately, Nigerians have not asked the questions. What is your mission in Nigeria? Whenever we want to move forward, these same people will truncate it. And they will not look for a way to shift it to one particular ethnic group, as if they are the problem. Who brought Buhari into office? For selfish interest, nothing else. Tinubu said that it is only Buhari that will defeat Jonathan. That was why they bring him to come and lead, to come and say, no, it was for him to defeat Jonathan because he had popularity in the north. Look at what is going on. Nigerians are not asking questions. I am telling you that if Tinubu have the opportunity, he will remove Obasanjo's photograph in Aso Rock so that he will be the only Yoruba man that has become president of Nigeria. That is how vindictive these people can be. Obasanjo cried that Abiola is not the Messiah that Nigeria is waiting for. He said it. Who truncated Abiola's president? Was it not from the same Southwest? Who went to tell Abacha, don't allow him, don't agree, or don't give him. Go back to history. You can see a record of infamy. Somebody don't wake up because you want to show that yes, you are not the president. So, and they are even among themselves. If people cannot settle among them, how can they settle with you? They will deliberately find a way to put up a fire between two ethnic groups. When they fight, they will go and dodge. Meanwhile, they are the one that started it too. The coup that started all this problem. Go and check Adele Mogu's book, Why We Struck. It was organized by the Yoruba, but they are shifting it to the Igbos. That is why they not hate the Igbos, thinking that they are the one that carried out the coup. Meanwhile, there are documents to show that the Igbos were not even in the know. That coup was organized to free Awolowo from Calabar prison. But now it has become an Igbo coup that made them to be thinking that the Igbos did it, the Igbos did that. We are saying this so that Nigerians will know the truth. There was no reason to change any national anthem except because it was brought in by Obasanjo. And his kinsman felt that no, it cannot be Obasanjo. It should be me. That's why he brought that in. I was that if he doesn't like the two anthems, why can't he ask people to bring a new national anthem? Since you want to build a new Nigeria. And that's how he told us he built a new Lagos. Meanwhile, we could not see anything. We could not see anything that he did in Lagos. Propaganda.
So, a little history there. Hey, everything is opening. We don't dey see wetin dey happen, wetin dey occur. All the lies are falling flat on their faces, one after the other. Well, perhaps this is the time for exposure all round. Let it all be exposed so that we can forge ahead. Because this way that Nigeria is going is not. I'm sorry, my people, no be am. The way Nigeria is going, I'm just praying that the people wake up. That's my own. I'm praying because I can't believe that. I mean, not that I don't, I can't believe. I mean, NLC, I wasn't expecting much for them, but it's so shameful that they could not even stay for more than 24 hours.
They have been, if you look at it very well, they are even saying that Lagos State cannot be part of failure. And the failure they are talking about is the entire southwestern states. They are not, Lagos is not getting anything from them. How would they be part of them? Instead, they are taking the resources that is meant for the indigenous people of Lagos State to southwestern states. And for this reason, they are saying that they want to, if anything like that is going to come up, that Lagos State have what it takes to stand alone.
Adelani Adeniji Adele, an official of the Renaissance Group, has said that Lagos will not be part of Southwest if there is a regional system of government. In his statement, he said, "We, the indigenes of Lagos, do not wish to be part of the regional state has been proposed in the bill returning Nigeria to regional government. Our leaders and traditional rulers opposed it in 1953, and we gained respite in 1967. We, offspring of our heroes past, will not accept it. This is a clear warning that perhaps the country goes into regionalism. The Southwest should forget about Lagos as it is not part of the region. This is from Adeniji Adelani Adeli, a Lagosian, an indigenous of Lagos. Let's get reactions from Nigerians. What do you think about this statement as it concerns Lagos not being part of the Southwest?
You can't say that Lagos indigenes are not. It will be honest with you. As it stands now, there are some parts that can be credited to the people of Awori. But if you look at what the name stands for, Eko, you cannot link, Yorubas to Eko ab initio. No, and then, yeah, you cannot. That's the truth. If you look at the history of how the whole thing started and what the British government or the colonial masters was trying to achieve as at that time was, Lagos as at that time was purely, a center created. See, even from you can know when these regions were not created, there was nothing like Nigeria, there was nothing like West Africa, there was nothing like South. All these things were just as open as like that. What was the sources of the trade between a place called Lagos and other parts of the world? Until the British system, the colonial master begin to, partition, and create a kind of autonomy and order for easy access, business access. That was what led to. So the question is, as at that time, when this has not come, partition or whatever you had, the way you look at it, has not come. What was the status? What can a Portuguese missionary or explorer, what did he write about Lagos? That's the way you begin to find, that actually, before we begin to say Lagos, but the Portuguese, there has been slavery, slave trade, in almost all the parts of Africa. So Lagos became a metropolitan status as at that time, so to say, where business of slave trade and moving out of people, human beings, as slaves from that point to another point of the world.
Yorubas claimed that.
No, it was a calculated, a decided judgment and politics that was played by some Yoruba politicians, trying to harness, the Lagos status.
Hello, everyone. Hey, hey, Ovevekuve. This one will be laughing of Ovevekuve. Did you see where they want to take us to in this country? They are taking us to North Korea. We'll wake up one day, the people in North Korea will be freer than we are. Because we have a lot, first of all, we have a lot of people who think they are slaves in this country. So they are okay with whatever slavish treatment is given to them. That when their mentality is one that says, oh, they will be treated anyhow. Now we have people who have rigged their way into office, illegitimately holding on to onto office, and which some people feel that, oh, you must accept that they are your government or they are not your government or whatever. And they are doing all sorts of things. Just imagine, we keep calling on permanent secretary, head of service, that they should come and bow down to Emperor.
Our internet bill went up? Looks like you need Verizon Home Internet. No surprise price hikes or hidden fees, because nobody likes surprises.
Tinubu, former governor of Lagos State, Emperor Tinubu. Hey, Ovevekuve. Please just watch this.
Today, most of them have never dreamt in their life that they will ever get to the peak of their career. That is very, very important. Not just the infrastructure every day. So if you permit me, I don't know those beneficiaries, the permanent secretaries, I don't know where they are here. Come out, so that you come out, come out. You are the beneficiary, come out. You are supposed to be the agent of the new home, but come out and come out. Both women, both men, everyone. First, and take a bow before Mr. President, the lucky ones. Your Excellency, these are the first set of permanent secretaries that you made. Head of service, are you not the permanent secretary? And that is their head of service. Your Excellency, these are the technical team now that we have. So I want to sincerely thank you. Now, most of them have been going to churches and mosques. They have been praying now that God should help them to be head of service. But it was not there before. For them to be head of service, it was not available. But now he has made it available. I know some of their pastors who have been praying for them. So I also told them that they should pray for me to recommend them to you. That is also very important. Your Excellency.
Hey, did you see that? Did you even see the way he was calling them? Come out. You will think he was calling his, I don't even know, his slaves. I won't even say his servants. Hey, come out now. Hey, come out, give a bath to him. What they never thought they would get, that they have been praying and all of that. What, you see this nonsense that we are allowing in this country?
Oh, yeah.
Little by little.
You not go mark register.
Or they think they were beneficiary, or they think if they do not.
Goodness. May I finish this video? Get here.
About it, it's going to just fly away. It's just not going to be there. One day they will wake up, every problem is solved. It's utopia and everything is going on very well. It's not going to. It's not going to. The more they get silence from citizens, the more enabled they're going to be. The more emboldened they are going to be, and the more enabling environment that they're going to get for them to continue this madness that they're already doing. This lack of respect for people, lack of respect for citizens, call people out to come and even the tone with which he was calling them out, you will think he was calling little kids, even little kids who accord them more respect than that. Thank God say me no work for anybody. Or thank God, me, by the grace of God, I always thought this, I will never work for anyone. Because what nonsense is this? Now that day you go kukuma sack me because I ain't coming out to bow to nobody. The only person with a bow to now God, not be human being, not be people who rig election. You understand? And if you want bow to somebody, will be say somebody will be say you respect the person. In Abuja.
I want to buy your house. I can pay you cash for your house, no matter what condition it's in.
And they all came out and they stood there and they took their bow. Oh my shoot. Let me even read what Paradigm Facts had to write about it. It said during the inauguration of the Arterial Road N20 Expressway in Abuja, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Nyesom Wike, ordered newly appointed permanent secretaries to bow before Chief Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The event, led with much fanfare, took an unexpected direction when Wike called out the officials in front of the audience. Some of them have never dreamt in their lives that they will get to the peak of their careers, Wike remarked, emphasizing the significance of the appointment. Come out, you are the beneficiaries, both men and women. Come out and take a bow before Mr. President. Definitely not my president. And I realize that a lot of people have issue with me saying that Tinubu is not my president. Oh, they are always like, oh, you should leave the country, then don't spend the naira, don't do this. Let me repeat it and tell you again. not my president. Look at my eyes, look at my mouth. I don't put water for mouth when I dey talk. And my eye clear well. Tinubu is an illegitimate president. He rigged his way into office. He can be your president, but he is not my president. And that is it. End of discussion. QED. And if you like, be pained about it. And this country belongs to every one of us. I am a Nigerian. You understand? I am a born of a free woman and a free man. And I cannot be a slave to anybody. For those of you that have issues with it, oh, let her not spend the naira, let her not carry the passport. That Tinubu will be the one to leave Nigeria for me. It won't be me. He had left before. Didn't he go on exile before? When he left on exile, I was here in this Nigeria. And so if he wants to, he will be the one to go on that exile. For those of you that have problem with it, I don't have a problem with you saying that, oh, he's your president. Why do you feel that you guys are not enough? Why? Anyway, back to the story I was reading. Wike's directive was met with mixed reactions from the audience. The permanent secretaries, newly appointed upon Wike's recommendation, stepped forward as instructed and bowed to Tinubu. This marked a public acknowledgement of their gratitude and loyalty to Tinubu. Present at the ceremony were the All Progressive Congress APC National Chairman Umar Ganduje and National Security Advisor NSA, Nuhu Ribadu. Nuhu Ribadu is always about doing different things, but except the security that is supposed to be done upon. People are being killed. There's high rate of insecurity in the country, more than ever before. Even inside Abuja, you never hear the NSA's voice, you never hear it, but every political event that you can think about, Nuhu Ribadu is here at the forefront. If they are not meeting him, he's meeting them, he's following them, he's doing this. Even negotiation of labor, he was there. He's the one that carried all those soldiers. And then they came with them and they were saying that whether that's what they used to intimidate them into signing, who knows? And then the next thing they are coming out to say that, it is a soldier attached to him. Wike went on to formally present the permanent secretaries to Chief Tinubu, acknowledging them as the first set of technical team members appointed during Tinubu's tenure. The next thing, they will be kissing his ring and kissing his hand, kneeling down to Dobale before a certificate forger I found with drug dealers that rigged his way to be named president of a country. Definitely not my president.
Didn't think it can get worse.
Mama Echo, you have the floor. Mama Echo, are you there?
Nigeria.
God, I beg you.
Oh my goodness. Look at how Wike he was treating adult like pikins dem.
Yep. Now because they allow am now. Now be when position, all they care about is position, authority, money, I'm the permanent secretary. Omo, as the man call you, say, bow down, I go fling that paper, I go waka. Is it by force to be? Look at them, people's parents bowing down for another human being. Do you know
Another
the
human
symbolism
being,
of
oh.
that? Do you know the symbol? That means you lack self-dignity, self-respect, everything human about you. You have surrendered it to these gangsters. And your children will be looking, hey, God forbid, God, Nigerians are not knowing they happen. Oh, we need guts.
The thing is,
cannot continue like this. So the country needs to shut down. See this evil when people they pamper. Oh, anyway, continue.
This is exactly what he did in Port Harcourt. He brought it to FCT.
That's why they brought him now, so that he can win the FCT for them. Even Tinubu told him, they told me that I should not hire you. There's a statement on Twitter that Tinubu said to Wike. That's what he's planning for. That's why you see how they're putting people strategically. How can these people, you want to have a normal election with those kind of people? The system has to crash. I don't know, NLC people are the dumbest, the daftest, the most gluttonous, selfish, self-centered human beings ever.
It's not the first time they've gone to the table to negotiate with them.
That's what I'm saying.
So if they are calling you for another negotiation, don't you know what they are going to do? It's sad. It's so sad. They've turned Nigeria to Nigeria PLC. So look at Wike. Look at how he's treating people's parents as if they are in primary school. Headmaster.
Because their children's school fees are full. With all the children's school fees at school, please tell me, do you think that any of their children is going to make headway in that kind of system? They waste money, I'm telling you. You see that act of bowing down to another fellow human being because of what you will eat and what you will drink. I'm sorry. It has ramifications, both spiritually and psychologically. People are supposed to, everywhere supposed shut down. As they protest, NLC they protest, some Nigerians were complaining their babies in the hospital, in the incubator. Now they remember say babies dey incubator. For country when they give una light, they divide, they classify am band A, band B, band C. Una not complain. I don't know. The young people that are being born in this generation and are growing up, I feel so sorry for them. But we go there here, we'll continue to talk because I don't know how else to do it. Nigeria needs to shut down completely. Completely. No going out, no coming in. These people are not ready. Look at Wike telling them to come out, calling them bowing. By the way, who are the two white men that are sitting at the extreme end there looking and laughing? Yeah, you're right. Nigerians should have taken the opportunity to file out. I was sending messages. You people should. This is the great opportunity that you are looking for. None of them. They sit down their ass for their houses. Inside heat, no light, no electricity, nothing. Suffering is God. I don't know. I don't know. Nigeria matter, eh? Yeah. They just dey do wetin they like because they know say Nigerians they no go do anything. So they just keep doing what they like. It's gonna get worse, so unfortunately, there's no good. It is going to get worse. These people are they are emboldened every day. They get emboldened. The system was designed to be administered by the weakest and the worst people in the state. That's true. You're absolutely right, Chuck. I have no disagreement there at all. Eh? I have no disagreement there at all. It's true. That's what they're doing. They all intentionally put the weakest so that they can continue to control them and tell them what to do. But guess what? It's up to the Nigerian people to resist it. Just like Kenneth Okonkwo said, we've never had any heroes past. Because the truth is, when I first saw that new anthem and I listened to the lyrics, I actually understood some of the lyrics in the new anthem. I was like, okay, well, let's see what happens. Right? I didn't even know who wrote it, but the lyrics made more sense than the first one. Arise, O compatriots. Where are the compatriots? Where are the patriots? Where are they? Where are they? Where are the heroes past? Who are they? Who are they? Who are the? Please name one heroes past for me in the comment section. Do we have any heroes? We don't. Deception upon deception, lying to each other, betraying each other. Eh? Everybody is stressing, everybody is thinking about themselves. Selfishness, don't let them see road. Selfish, na only Nigerians go fit fix this problem, nobody else. Until Nigerians rise up, scatter everywhere, shut down the whole entire country, these people no go let up. It will get worse. e go reach time we go tell people say make dem come lick im shoe for public. Everybody go dey look am. I'm telling you, for giving them position, for even giving them money, you go see make dem come lick im shoe. People go dey do am for public. E go reach time when be say dem wan pee, dem go tell person say make e carry container come. E go pee for their presence, na dem go go ahead dey throway the, if it's not already happening. But right now e be happening on camera. Oh, na never, the Nigerians never see anything. Opportunity when it come yesterday, na so I was like, hey, these people should not fold. NLC should not fold. Let them sustain this at least for 24 hours. For where then they now say, oh, they put out a statement that they have relaxed it for 1 week. What are you relaxing? Is there anything relaxing about Nigeria that you are relaxing? Okay, tell me, what are you relaxing for? And then you have the Muslim people saying they should wait till after fasting. Really? When your life is at stake, may do grief for you and not be they go take kidnap people on a life sum. We are in an emergency. You they talk to me, they wait first. Oh, I'm telling you, Queen, I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know. I think that I don't even know what to say. Because it's the same people that sold their brothers and sisters out, by the way. Some of them are the ones that said, Tinubu's name, that name, Tinubu, the woman was the biggest slave trader in Nigeria. Her statue is still up in the west somewhere. Statue when they suppose don't damage, turn to sand. It still they stand. As a reminder that this woman was the biggest slave trader she didn't want slave trade to end. Tinubu, that woman, did not want slave trade to end. Isn't it ironic that this man inherited the name? Is that not where he's taking the trajectory he's taking Nigeria to right now by the same name? I'm telling you, the system has never been normal. Never. The system just went from worse to worse to worse every decade. It just kept getting worse. I'm telling you, Nigeria has never worked. It was not created to work. It was created to explode, to implode from within. And that's what we're watching happen. That's what we're seeing actually. We're watching right now, seeing it happen in real time. Exactly. Exactly. None of them pure, none of them get pure hand. None, not one. Where are the heroes pass? Where the labor, where the labor? You to say the labor we for day here today, they talk and they shout like who they market. I go they shout like this. If to say the true labor, I don't go there here they shout. I go they argue about which flower we supposed to plant for state house. I go they argue about let's have hibiscus plants. No, let's move this thing over. I go they argue soft arguments. Now I'm here shouting because the work is enormous. Where do you start from? The people are docile. E be like say they cast spell. I'm very, very confused. They cast spell for the whole Nigerians. No matter wetin they do, they just dey move like zombie. All this import export when they do only God know they put for the food. They go target say okay now here this Nigerian this thing now they go. Oh yeah, make we carry am go. They may put something inside so that it go make them those. Who knows? Exactly. Exactly. And the ones before him too. Abiola when they shout, oh June 12, Ashe that one too, he hand no pure. He hand no pure. Please name one leader for Nigeria when he hand pure. Name one. People when supposed to fight for the rights of their children, make sure say no. We have to have. Everybody they shout Obasanjo's time was the best. Well, Obasanjo, if he was such the best, I will not be here screaming. I will not be here shouting. If Obasanjo really did what he was supposed to do, I not for day here they shout. He not do anything. Instead, the man dey even find one way go take the roof for another third term. Talk about greed. And he did an interview recently where they were asking him, do you regret anything? The man open mouth gbagada. Pride, ego that will bury Nigerians, most of them. I'm telling you, the man cannot say, you know what, in retrospect now, I think about it, I could have done this differently. I could have done, you don't have to say what you could have done differently, but own up to your humanity, man. Own up to your errors. You put us in a bad place. Look at what we're struggling with. Look at what we're struggling with. Before then, now people are being sold into slavery. They have a slave market in Egypt where they are pricing Nigerians. This one ain't strong pass, this one not too strong. For market. Is he proud of that? Is Obasanjo proud? Are all the leaders, the heroes past, are they proud that their people are being sold at a block in the Mediterranean? Are they proud of it? Will they say they don't know? What manner of leaders do we have? It calls for somber reflection, though, because if Nigerians don't do what is needed, I shudder to think of, don't forget about your ancestral home, because there are hawks that are waiting to take it at a heart's drop. Because the people, you leaders you have, they don't give a damn about you. They don't care. Even if Kasala boss, they go enter their private jet, bounce. People when don't go start money away in different overseas accounts, build houses, get houses all over the world. Now you want to they follow. If anything happen now, Agbado go enter plane, go Paris, go hide for one corner. We have a problem. There's need for speed with this Nigerian situation. I don't know about you, but there's need for speed. People need to wake the hell up. People need to wake up. It's not a joke anymore. It is not a joke. How can you be in a country nothing is working and nobody is doing anything? People they on our life for hospital, may God forbid, may the person not get headache. Problem. You reach hospital, maybe na there you go breathe the last, you go take your last breath. Professionals are running, the real professionals, the ones that struggle, work hard for themselves, they are running out of that country. And you have all these countries that are coming, they are opening their doors. Oh, we are taking caregivers now. We are taking mechanics now. You just say it's not intentional. You guys think it's not intentional? Germany, they open this to say, oh, if you want to come to Germany, it's very easy, just do this with a German accent. Other countries, they look all over the world. I hear say Japan, they look for Nigerian black men when they will come give their women belle because they're not dey born again. They will pay the 7K. Una hear that one? All over the world, they are looking for people. You think it's not?
They are looking for what?
They look for men to give their people belle.
Nigerian men. Hey, God of Israel.
They pay them 7K. I'm telling you.
To just live with their woman.
Yes, to give them belle, they go settle them. They'll give them 7K. I think there are other distinct for inside.
Which country with that?
Japan.
Hey, God of Israel.
Oh, all these people they open border, conny open border. You don't know anything they happen. If we don't find only Nigeria, maybe the country where we get. See what happen for South Africa now. They carry the thing be Oyibo. Na say na better thing. That na e go prevent the unity of the so-called Africa. One of the sharp unity.
They go back to wetin the Mandela fight for now.
Exactly. Now that they talk, now everybody they talk for TikTok all over. So they go back to the same. They not learn from that appetite. The appetite when they come now go worse past the one where they get before. And the man when they come now, he say no Israel war, no Ukraine. They'll support Israel. They'll support Ukraine. There go no appropriation of land. Whoever get am from Igbo hand today go dey there. Black person to hell with you, nothing for you again. Zuma go straight to jail. Those are the terms. Are you kidding me? And we when we be Nigerians, when we say our mouth dey sharp pass. Now we dey feel say we be something when we not be anything. Mosquito, termites trying to act like this thing. They tell una they use hand till they rub una back, rub una form. Meanwhile for back they stab una. They tell una you are the giant of Africa. You say una go dey nod like this thing, turkey. Now go dey nod head, yeah. Pride. Giant of Africa in the bush. If you're not careful now, you stand a chance of losing that forever. Nobody is doing anything. Everybody fold hand, they look. Who go first go? You talk, they'll say, if it's that easy, come from abroad and run it. Okay, I will send money. I will shout, and then I will not ready and come to Nigeria to come and help you lead protest. You go wait in vain. Who they suffer na me? It's not touching me. Now the feeling when me get, now make me dey shout or the shout. Nothing else. There are people who don't even care. The people who are living their life, they don't care what's happening in Nigeria because it gives them a headache. They don't even want to be associated. They don't even want you to know that they are Nigerians. Beg you, Mafia, these people. Tinubu just doing whatever he likes. He don't go give a Wole Soyinka. He don't name land for Abuja, one street for Abuja. He don't name am after Showore. No name am. All the ass licking when Wole Soyinka, all the ass licking when Wole Soyinka do, he don't pay off for am now. It's paid off for him. Man knows what he's doing. He has gotten what he wants. Is it a surprise that other people were rejecting the Nobel Prize? They were protesting against it. Wole Soyinka went from behind to go and collect. Is it a surprise? Elders in the mud.
After they display all this, they will say the youth are not respectful.
Exactly. You want the youth to respect you after you have destroyed their future. You have destroyed. You any moment now, you might be gone. Those young people, they say, have a long way ahead of them. You don't care. I'm glad he has children and great grandchildren because the truth is nobody knows where that stone is going, who it will meet, and how it will meet them. You think you're cool. You think everything is cool by you. Nobody knows where that stone will hit. I'm telling you, Nigerians. I don't know. Hunger go still do am last. Hunger will still do it. People are making us. Aisha did not stand up for the national anthem. She has a right to do whatever she wants to do. She's a free citizen. She has every right to. You can't force somebody to do what they don't want to do. Even the Tinubu himself cannot even say the national anthem. He cannot say it. He don't know how to recite national anthem. At least they zoom into am in maths. He no fit talk am. He dey mutter another thing. I say, what is this? What kind of embarrassment is this, nítorí Ọlọ́run? Must you change national anthem? So that even tells you that this man is doing it for it. There's a more sinister plan behind this whole national anthem thing. Perhaps there's something. Meanwhile, your Donyo Okupe came and said Tinubu is like Jesus Christ. Oh, Ọ̀ṣun olè Nàìjíríà, òyà ẹ̀. Kai. I don't have anything else to add though. Me, I vented my vent. Na my issue. If you wan add anything, make I shut am down. Shout be this.
Shey the same Okupe when he join Labour Party criticize abi?
Yes na, e don turn around now. E first comot for the party. They were moles in that lake. Oh my God. The man don't
You
come out
see,
like
if there's anything I hate in this my life, it's for somebody to have two sides of the mouth.
there you go.
Two sides of the mouth. So you don't even know when he's leading you right or leading you wrong.
Yep.
When he favor her, you not go talk. When he not favor her, he go criticize. That is
Exactly.
doing okupe for you now.
Yep.
It's so sad. And they are doing this and they want the younger generation to learn from what? Then at the end of the day, when you people did not put anything on the table for them to learn, and it make them disrespectful, you people will be saying they don't have respect. Now, wow, Nigeria, we hate it.
I think they say parents leave inheritance for their children according to their Christian Bible.
And this is the heritage they are living now.
So chaos is what they are living in.
Mm-hmm.
Give it to their children. Okay. Chaos and slavery. That's what they are giving over to their children. They well done to them. Well done, because they know that their own children will be the first partaker of it. They better know. Because these people, when they do all these things for, they have their own plan. So, hey, and sit down look, let me monkey business. You can't keep treating people the way you're treating people and expect them not to react. At some point, I'm hoping, I don't know whether they renew the spell over Nigerians per minute, per second. I don't know. Other one wey dey go dey do quick sacrifice, dey carry goat dey slaughter for Lagos, we no know. Maybe this is part of those are part of the acts that is leading to the docility that we are seeing. Let me play one last video, call it a day. I don do my own civic responsibility finish. Anybody wey like take am, like no take am, to na here we dey.
We demonstrate, we left corruption for them.
You no fit run presidency, na you corrupt, na you thief am, you no fit deliver.
We live a country that we tell them that, you know what, you can control the system once you have money. We tell them you go to court, if you have the money, you can do anything.
That's it.
And
if you go to the police, if you have your
minister,
money, they
have
can
a
turn the
group
case
that's
for
looking
you.
at under the presidential panel on social investment programs. Not only have we put in place a very robust and transparent system for paying people directly under the existing program, we are also now sitting together and looking at food availability and nutrition. And that involves not just, obviously, the Minister for Health and Social, Coordinating Minister for Social Welfare, Budget, and others. So we have a group that sits every week and focuses on providing additional food under these particular circumstances.
This is why Nigerians are in trouble. The coordinating minister of the economy was asked by Shehu of Channels TV what he's doing about the declining purchasing power of Nigerians. And he's talking about a committee that reviews everything periodically to provide more food. He also talked about palliatives. How in the world have no one in the committee ever thought about the main factor that causes food inflation in Nigeria? This video might seem harmless when you look at it, but if you watch closely, you will see that they are inside a farm. They are damaging the crops. They are destroying a farmer's investment. That's why fewer and fewer farmers go back to their farms in Nigeria of today. Either they are afraid of herdsmen who intentionally herd their cattle into their farms, or they are afraid of being kidnapped by kidnappers who go after defenseless farmers. Like the minister said, he wants to increase the food supply so that the price of food will come down. This is elementary economics. But how can they improve the food supply without going to the primary source of the food supply, which is farming? Why have they not thought about improving security around farms so that farmers can be able to farm more One man was showing off his beautiful pineapple farm, and someone asked him, why is he not farming food crops like maize and others? His first answer was the fact that cattle do not eat pineapple, that even if they get into the farm, they will only succeed in destroying some of the pineapple, but they will not eat them. That means he's trying to minimize his losses. This should worry everyone, because if it continues, we are looking at a serious famine in Nigeria's near future. When herdsmen and their cattle decide the kind of food crops farmers plant, then we're in serious trouble. Nigerian leaders are pretending this is not a huge issue. Some are saying that it is as a result of climate change. That's why herders are heading south. But why should they get into people's farms and intentionally destroy their farms? Another question is, why are they armed? Many years ago, herders weren't armed. They never grazed their cattle inside farms. They only grazed in open areas. What changed? Is it climate change that made them to be armed today? That's why they push their cattle into people's farms and intentionally destroy the farms and crops. Why is it difficult for the government or the coordinating minister or any of the committees he's talking about to think of setting up a ranch for the herders or forcing them to set up a ranch on their own? After all, they are running a business. How much is the price of one cow?
We should abolish the transportation or the trekking of herdsmen from northern part of Nigeria to the middle belt and to the southern part of Nigeria. There should be a law that will ban, you see, otherwise we cannot control the conflict between herdsmen and the farmers, and we cannot control even the cattle rustling, which is affecting us greatly.
Ganduje knows this. Why hasn't he suggested this to his colleagues in power so that they can build a cattle ranch in any northern state so that they can improve their local economy where the ranch is built? They will not only be processing the meat, they will also process milk and sell the milk from the cow. They will target all the derivatives from cow. This will create a lot of employment for them. And if they are processing the meat there, supplying them to supermarkets, that means people will be coming to the ranch and they will not be sleeping in the ranch when they come there. They will sleep in hotels. So you can see the chain reaction. It will expand their local economy, employ more people. The government will earn more money. Yes, the government can invest in a ranch so that people who invest in cows and entrust them in the hands of herders, they agree on a fee. When they are old enough to be sold, they take them back and sell for a profit. So instead of going to the herders to buy calf and entrust in their hands, they bring these calves to the ranch. They agree on a certain amount. The ranch will take care of everything. They will feed the calves till they are up to adult age. When they are sold, the government will take a percentage. While they are doing this, they must make sure they ban free roaming of cattle. All cattle seen roaming the streets must be confiscated and the herders fined. When they do this continuously, no one will invest in calves and entrust them to herders. Everyone that is interested in investing in calves must have to deal with ranches. That's how to secure Nigeria's food future. Otherwise, we are facing imminent famine.
As California faces a budget deficit, our classrooms face a monumental crisis. Budgets are...
You see, most times it is better to go for the root cause of problems because some problems are actually symptoms of a deeper problem. When you solve the root cause, all the artificial surface problems will vanish. Many people have talked about providing security, but how many farms are you going to secure? How many people will be needed to survey farms and go after herders to stop the clash between farmers and herders? It is better to confine them to a ranch so that they will stop disturbing farmers and destroying crops and destroying livelihoods. Most of these farmers borrow money to plant these crops. At the end of the day, they will no longer be able to repay the loans. Another thing that contributes to the high food inflation in Nigeria is the high transportation cost of food from the middle belt, where these food crops are farmed, to the south. We all know why the cost of transportation went up. It was as a result of the petrol subsidy removal. So what the government should do is to make sure that CNG filling stations are lined along the major highways connecting the middle belt to the south. If many of these trucks start using CNG instead of diesel, It will seriously cut down the cost of transportation by as much as 100%. This is because CNG is sold for about 200 naira per kilogram, while diesel is above 1,200 naira per liter. So it's time for them to show their competence. After all, when Tinubu was appointing them, he said that they were competent, that he had a competent team that will tackle all the problems in Nigeria. But 1 year in, they continue giving excuses and things are getting harder. The suffering is just too much. Thanks for watching.
We have no reason being part of poverty in the world, especially in the North. The North have no reason to be poor. We will make more money in this country from agriculture than we make from oil any day, anytime. Because it's happening everywhere. I read yesterday that Ukraine is giving Nigeria grain. Ukraine is the whole of northern Nigeria is 268,000 square kilometers. Ukraine is 603,000 square kilometers. They have no reason to give us grain because we have the land. Why are they giving us grain? Because 60% of their land is cultivated, 60% of our own is uncultivated. And the people even say it's for Northeast. I might be governor of Niger State is there. Niger State can feed Nigeria. Niger State can feed Africa. Niger State is occupying 76.3 thousand square kilometers of land. They can feed Nigeria.
Paying your bills on time raises your credit score, right?
Welcome, Michael. Michael in the house. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
This is Nigerian News Center. Mr. Paul, I want to ask you one question because I understand you are from the north, Plateau to be precise. I will understand that over the years, the Fulanis who appear to be minority and who perhaps were the last tribe that came into Nigeria seems to be ruling over the north, the Hausas. And Hausa are more in population. Why is Hausa disadvantaged to the Fulanis? Even when it comes to for presidency, you always see Fulani extraction. We had the era of Buhari, we had the era of Yaradua, we had the era of when Atiku was trying to contest. All these are Fulanis. Why is it that Hausa seldom get to power?
As I said before, you know, they have more influence, they have more money, they are the one who knows all the tactics, all the games of politics in this country. I can assure you that it is the Fulani. They understood the game and they are using the Hausas to achieve their aims. And the Hausa, because of religion, they took them as if they are the demigod. That's for me. They look at the Fulani as a demigod because personally, I can say to you, in my eyes, in my very own eyes, there was a time I'm passing to one certain street in my state, and one Hausa man said, if you touch Fulani, you touch us. If you make war with Fulani, you make war with us. You can hear that, which means they have already regarded Fulani to be higher. They are the ones who gave the Fulani that opportunity. Fulani is not supposed to go higher than Hausa man because in terms of numbers, in terms of population, Hausa people are the one with the population. But when you are talking about Fulani, I don't know how come they will become the president. Even some of the emir, you go to Kano, you see Kano belongs to Hausa, but it's the Fulani man as a king. So you can see they have regarded them as a demigod. Someone will come from somewhere and to become a king in your state. But I thank God for Meduguri, they did not allow that. But they accept the religion, but they did not accept as Fulani man to be their king. Yes, I like that.
Okay, the area you mentioned, I was going there because virtually almost all the emirates in the north, you have Fulanis. We just cited the Kano. Let us look at the Sultan of Sokoto. From almost all the emirs in the north are Fulanis. it look as if apart from maybe thinking ability, maybe there are something the Fulani know that the outside do not know, that they are emir all over the place, over the outsiders who are more in population.
Yes, they know. That is not just something that has to do physically. It goes beyond physically. It has to do with spirituality. And if you are not a spirituality person, you cannot understand that. In terms of spirituality, the Fulani people are more in spirituality than the Hausa people. They have the power of the spirits more than the Hausa people. Even for them to bring the religion for them, it has to do with spirituality. So they have the power of the spirit. They use the spirit to control the Hausa, and the Hausa have to submit to them. That is what they wanted to do all over this country, but for certain states, it could not work because there are some states that they believe, them too, they have their spirit, and it has to do with God allowing it or not allowing it. There are some places, even in my state, my parents, my grandfather used to tell us that as of the time that Usman Danfodio is planning to conquer Plateau State, when they come, when he comes on his horses with his people to make the people, to force the people to force the people to start doing to become Muslim. They will run and they will hide themselves on the mountain. It's because of the mountain that was why they could not accept that religion. So you could see it's not something that has to do physically, it's spirituality, and they have that understanding of the spirit. They understand where money is. They understand where money is, they understand where treasure is, they understand how they can get power to rule any place, anywhere. That is why you see today they are powerful and they are doing what they are doing.
Okay, now you have mentioned Meduguri before, that the Fulanis were not able to impose their kingship on Meduguri. You partially mentioned your state, that is Petu, that the mountain was a kind of shield that prevented the Fulani from running over your people. But holistically speaking, what is your relationship, the relationship of people in Plateau with Fulanis?
You see, the relationship of people of Plateau State with the Fulani is that Fulani man has his own cows, and the people of Plateau State, they have their own land which they farm. They will meet Fulani man to get that manure, that manure for cow, so that they can spray it to their farm. I think that is the relationship, nothing more from that. But when a Fulani man comes to Plateau State, they accept him, they give him a place to stay. That is a normal thing for them, because when they come to your land, they will be good. By the time they begin to understand that they have dominate, then that is when problem will begin to start. But when they come, as they come in the early time they come, they are good. But by the time they dominate, they begin to feel superior over you people. But we thank God that God is not allowing them in my state and so many states. We just thank God.
Okay, I was going to the area of the domineering nature of the Fulanis, because so many people have seen them as domineering. I think that will explain the reason. Even when federal government talk about ranching, talk about Ruga, in the days of former President Buhari, the governors across the whole Nigeria seem not to be ready to make land available for ranching, because they fear that the Fulani, if you give them an age, they want to dominate. Do you sense that domineering tendency in your state? Do they try to dominate your people? Do they try to impose their will, emir, and whatever on your people in Plateau?
Thank you. That's actually what they believe they are made up for. They believe that they are made up to dominate. Anywhere they go, they should dominate. Take the land, kill the people, dominate. That's what they believe. That is why you see the killing is not starting now. They have been killing right from the days they did not give back to me, and up to now they continue to kill. And the worst thing that is, and the worst thing is that, there are some people that are supporting that killing. You can see some of the governors from the far north, they are not Fulani, but because of religion, they support all these things that they are doing, because they believe because of the religion they are one. But all I know is that their evil is coming to an end, whether they like it or not.
Okay, now conclusively, what do you advise Nigerian government? Because I understand that recently this government of Tinubu is tinkering with the idea of state police. And so many persons, stakeholders across board have spoken to the issue that state police is the way to go. If you were to speak to that issue, what would be your advice?
Yes, actually, in that aspect, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, for me, is a good thing to do. What he's trying to do for me is a good thing. At least it will reduce the terrorists. It will make many states to be able to secure their people, because I believe, as a state police, if you carry me as a policeman to secure my state, I can never allow any enemy to come and kill my brothers, to come and kill my sisters. I think that is the way forward. Yes, that is the way forward.
Mr. Paul, I think this is a good place to let it go. I must say a very big thank you for your time. Thank you very much, Mr. Paul. This is Nigerian News Center.
Did you know that there is a unique ingredient you can put in your coffee that when you drink it before 10 a.m.?
So I don't know if I buy into that too, but hey, I do know that there's spirituality and I do know there's physical. I won't completely disagree with the guy that they probably use. I go Nigeria. Ew. Hey, simple matter. Just arrange the house. The house is scattered. Arrange it one after the other. Line everything up. No, they're not fit. The greedy ones not fit. They don't know the work, oh, but yet they will do whatever. They don't care how far they go to make sure that they cripple this. They would even cripple the system just to get power. Michael, I don't wait for you. Oh, I don't know. You say you want. I shared the link. Are you still coming up? Let me know because I'm wrapping this up in the next few minutes. Yeah. So I don't know Nigerian situation. I just everybody should keep talking. Do the part you can. People are doing stuff on ground. Well, I'm hoping that it really, causes or makes, causes some major changes to take place on ground. That's what I'm hoping because it looks like everybody in Nigeria is just snoring. It looks like they're just sleeping. They are unmoved, unbothered by what's going on. Now they are selling half yam. They sell full yam again. Now half yam, now they sell. Hey God.
Half
Because
yeah.
hey, Salon, wow.
Oh my
Half,
God.
I mean, I saw it, they cut am. They cut am
Hmm.
half. I forget how much they say one tuber. I think they say one tuber na 4,800 or something like that. So now they have to cut it in two because people cannot afford full yam again. So now half. Hey God.
So for you to just get taste of yam for mouth.
Exactly. That's it now. So that means a person wey get family, you depend on the number of children wey you get. You not fit, una go manage that half yam or una go add something join am. Maybe the half yam you come buy beans join am, pour plenty water. Hey God, oh, I don't even know. Na half yam dem dey sell now, my sister. I see am, I just shake my head. They say now one egg cost 150 naira for one egg, I think.
One egg.
Yeah, one egg.
Hey, goodness me.
I'm telling you. Shebi, when Agbado dey complain that time, he say, I will give your children egg. I will feed them egg. One child will get one egg every day. The egg, they don't see buy again. No. Even the Agbado, cassava, ewa.
Shebi one would think he will invest in agriculture.
You no invest oh. Everything na audio, voicemail. The guy didn't do jack. Even the Agbado, people cannot afford it again. Cassava, they can't. Somebody did a video recently, was screaming that they cannot afford anything again, that please they should bring down the price. Hey God. Come see videos, people they cry, they make videos, say they not fit afford their food again. Eh? They not fit afford to go, person go market, go buy, he can't show the basket of, he say, see how much basket of tomatoes, a small bowl of tomatoes, how much he say she pay? Something in the thousands. I say, hey, go. Same basket, the thing don't skyrocket. People cannot barely afford.
She's so sad.
Eh? This is madness. Very soon, somebody was saying that very soon, eh, they carry, you know how Zimbabwe they carry bag of money to go buy something. Hmm? E go soon be like that for Nigeria.
May we not become Zimbabwe?
Yeah, e sell because I don't know.
Zimbabwe, they were using wheelbarrow to roll money to go buy
As
one
to
bread.
go and buy bread, my sister, to go and buy bread. Eh? Meanwhile, I mean, na South Korea, they do summit. They say na Korea Africa summit. All the African leaders, hey God, mumu
They sleep.
African leaders, they carry their two left leg go the summit,
Now,
go the
it's
place
not
for
their money
Korea.
that they are
I
using
say,
to
is it
go
that
now.
you
So
people have no idea? You people have an African Union. African Union is not functional. They no fit come
did
meet
you
you
see
now.
when they
Now
went
get
to
the resources now. Now they go meet them.
bury the queen? Others they use better take carry them. Our own na bus they put them to sleep. They use bongboro to carry them.
They for use wheelbarrow. Boss good. I expected them to use wheelbarrow, eh, to carry them because that's what they deserve. Eh? That's what they deserve. It's crazy. It's crazy to me.
They will not tell the
It's
youth to
really
respect them.
crazy.
Respect.
Meanwhile, you know, una know say this guy still dey prison o. Wetin dey call am? Bobrisky. Nobody dey talk about Bobrisky again o.
In 6 months never
Bobrisky
reach
and
now. Shebi na
my
6 months
hey,
they give
this
am.
guy, wetin dem dey call am? Very dark man. Dem
Uh,
don lock dem put for jail o.
and I hear say Ijele
Nobody
still,
dey talk about dem again.
they say Ijele dey prison too.
Which Ijele?
One Igbo guy when they always they criticize.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, you don tell me that one dey o.
He dey
E don
prison
reach
too.
a couple of months now.
They locked him up too. The irony of it is that most of the lockup na another Nigeria when did they talk against they go they pick them up. Oh. When he get money, eh? Is that what we have become as a country? If I get money, they talk about me in social media, not like I go give police money to go arrest and lock up.
That's what they are doing. There's a few people that they carried though. They didn't even know. So obedience started finding out that they go quietly, they can't notice say one person account. You can't they apologize to one APC person. Then they call send a message, say, which you they apologize for? Abeg, tell us. The guy was afraid to talk. After much, I think they were not able to get something. You know that they've been quietly going behind to harass these people.
APC person go dey
APC
arrest
people dey
obedient
go
person.
behind quiet go dey arrange. Yes,
Really?
they go dey threa ten dem with arrest, dey threa ten dem with all manner of things. So that one come talk. So some obedience now reached out to the person, right? Come tell am say, you no talk anything, you just keep quiet. Only you wan shoulder this problem. That's what they are doing. They are harassing these people behind the scenes. I mean, it's crazy. Nigeria is not a real place, so I don't know this Nigeria. I really don't know this Nigeria that we're seeing right now. That we're experiencing. I don't know it. It's very strange what's going on.
It's so sad. And yet, these are what we are teaching and leaving behind for the younger generation. Abi? Machine.
They have a lot of work. What respect are they going to have? What respect is the world going to give them? They're not going to have any respect, not the way it is. They're not going to get any respect. Where a lot of people they are sending a lot of people into slavery. They are even sending themselves voluntarily into. How many African youths Italy received recently waiting to cross over to Italy? Thousands, able-bodied men. Oh. No, it's crazy. Oh. I really don't understand. It's just crazy. It's just too much going on. Anyway, guys, now here I go leave am o. Thank you very much for joining. I appreciate you all. Um, I'll see you guys on my next one. I'm not sure about tomorrow. I have a lot of things to take care of, but we'll see how it goes. If I'm able to come out later on tomorrow, I will. But thank you so much for joining me. Quinty, Neka, thank you for
Thank
joining
you
me.
too.
Thank you very much, Mama Echo. I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping
Thank you
by
too.
and being on the panel with me. Thank you very much. Michael, I not gonna see you. I don't know it happened, no, but it's okay. It's all good. I'm sure maybe something came up. See, thank you. See, they don't tell when you come give us some of your knowledge, but I understand. Esther, thank you so much, everyone. I'll see you guys on my next one. Bye.